My father, as well as my mother, was involved in all kinds of engagements with the community. They volunteered, they led groups, they organized, and so the apple didn't fall far from the tree. I'm an engaged person, I'm passionate, and I don't let go until I tend to make a difference. I see a problem, I want to solve it and not just talk about it. I'm a problem solver.
When I hear the name Jeff Edwards, the first thing that comes to my mind is someone who has a heart and a passion for this community. He is an active community member, volunteers on boards. He is engaged with the different boards that he serves. They all have the social purpose. They all have this purpose of advancing our community in a humane and positive social way.
I worked for Harry Frisch for over 40 years. Harry was a great inspiration and role model. Harry supported almost every nonprofit you can imagine in Jacksonville and was very civically minded, loved the city as I do, and he set a great example for me. I take a wide view of what it takes to build our community, and it's not limited to one thing. Education, our young people, spiritual community, our environment, and economic development are important. So I kind of look at the community holistically and say all these things need to be addressed or improved or maintained in some form or fashion. I think bringing the community together and people with different points of view and perspectives starts with communication, people talking to each other. People need to be open-minded. They need to put themselves in the shoes of the person they're talking to and try to understand where they're coming from. It doesn't mean you have to agree, but you definitely have to have the conversation. I think that's one of the great things OneJax does.
In his role of the foundation as a foundation board member, now he's an emeritus status for the foundation board member, he has always been engaged in the work of the foundation, but beyond that, he's been a great advisor to me in terms of knowing the community, knowing those who have influence in our community, introducing me to people.
Well, overall, I'm an optimist. I accept that there are concerns and things that need to be addressed. The world is not perfect, it never will be, but I believe there's solutions to most of the problems of the world, and that's where the optimism comes from, that we can solve problems if we get engaged, if we commit ourselves, if we're passionate about solving the problems, and we work together to get it done. I want to thank OneJax for this honor. Very appreciative. I realize that I'm one of many people in our community that do great things for our community, and it does take a village, and I'm honored to be singled out as representative of the people who do those things for our community to make it better. I want to thank my parents who taught me the values I have to be engaged and passionate about making the world a better place, and you can make a difference. I want to thank my wife who has taught me many things about being kind and thoughtful to people in ways that I don't always think about. And I want to express my appreciation to my siblings and their spouses, and my children and their spouses for their involvement in community and following in the footsteps of myself and our family tradition of being engaged. I want to thank the Frisch family for continuing the legacy of Harry Frisch. And I thank all the people in the nonprofits that I've worked with, the volunteers, the CEOs, the board members that have enabled my contributions to create value for the community at large.